That's what I do when I look at this drum kit. That's what I want to do. Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to the Cowboy Drummer. I'm rating your drum kits. This is episode 32, I want to say. 31 or 32, something like that. We're getting up there. If you want me to look at your drum kit, send it to the email address in the description. I'll get to it. I'll check it out. I'll rate it. And I'll put it in an episode here. It might be a while. There's a long line, brother, but let's get right into it. Today we're looking at 10 drum kits, and this is the first one. Oh, golly gee. Damn, those toms are tilted to hell, dented up, marked up. At least he's playing drums, right? This man's putting in work on the kit. All right, what do we got? This is an older drum kit. This is like an 80s style, I want to say, because look at those rocker toms. They're like deep as hell. What size are those toms? They all look the same size, typical kind of older drum kit. Maybe they're like 1 inch difference, 12, 13, 14 type thing. They're deep as hell. It's like a 12-inch tom by 12-inch deep. I cannot stand it. I mean, it's not your fault. That's what they were doing back then. My hi-hat I'd want to be where like that second rack tom is. But in this case, it's like way back. That's got to be real interesting to play. We got some DW 9000 pedals. I dig that. The snare drum is that a 6-lug snare drum, it looks like. So what is that, like a 12-inch snare? This is an interesting drum kit. Cymbal placement is, I mean, the cymbals are placed. I could say that. I'm not going to lie to you, dude. I don't love this kit. I don't like how the floor tom leg is tilted. Oh, man, there's so much here that I can talk about. You know what? I'm just going to rate it. I'm going to give it a 5, man. And I might be being too nice. I'm sorry. It's nothing against you, my boy here. It's just, it's the drum kit, man. Every drum kit from the 80s like that is going to be a low rating to me. Because I can't stand those deep toms. How am I supposed to, like, those toms force you to angle them to hell. They force you because they're 20 inches deep. So you can't just, like, can't get a reasonable angle on there. You have to 90 degree to John. And for that, I don't like it, it doesn't look great to me. What would you guys rate this kit? Drop a comment right off the bat. First drum kit, what are you rating it? I'm giving it a 5. You're still my drum brother, okay? And I love you. It's a 5 next. All right, next up, we're looking at Jeremy Sessler's drum kit. And my initial thought here is this is beautiful. And it looks really good. I like all the options we got. I see some splashes, a clap stack, a stack, another kind of stacky thing. Zoltan cymbals. Ride placement is in the perfect spot. I love that Mino crash to the left. This is very clean, man. There's not much to nitpick here. Pedal placement is good. I mean, maybe the only thing I can say, and again, this is going to sound real petty, and it doesn't matter, but it's just a visual thing that my brain picks up. Brother, I'm throwing a Frisbee coming in an angle from the top, going down between your snare and tom. Okay? And that's not a problem. It's not. It's not a problem at all. I don't want to see that little space, brother. That's the only thing I can say. Like, I don't want them to touch. I don't want the two drums to physically touch, but I don't want to see a space where I can, like, stick my hand through it. Like, very, very silly, very nitpicky, but it's part of looking at a drum kit. It's part of what itches that spot in my brain when I'm looking at it. This is pretty much doing it, though. I want to say it's like a 9. It's a high 8, if anything. Real quick, I want to point out that ride cymbal, how the bell is like a different color. It's like a raw bell. That's sick. In fact, we're doing that on all your cymbals here for the most part. Not only does it look good, they always usually sound pretty damn good too. Beautiful drum kit. That's a 9. Next. All right, next up, we're looking at Zach is Cool's drum kit, and this thing is pretty dang perfect, my boy. I'm not going to lie. A lot of the times when I see that ride in China at the same level with a crash in between them, that's usually like what gives me a 10 in my mind. But not always. You don't have to have it like that to get a 10. I've given higher Chinas a 10. It's not even really about that, but this typically does it for me. It's scratching that itch. You know what I'm saying? We got some Dream Bliss cymbals. I've played those a lot. I really dig them. Got some Zildjians. I mean, look at the setup. I even actually like that all the cymbals are the same color. Like that splash cymbal could have easily been one of those Mino darks, and maybe it would have thrown me off. Maybe it wouldn't have. I don't know. But in this situation right here, I'm noting that because it looks damn good. The only thing here that's kind of annoying is the hi-hat pedal. How like your bass drum pedal is straight, but then your hi-hat pedal is like, usually it's angled a bit, but in this case it's almost a 90. Like, we are doing the YMCA here, my freaking boy. Oh shit. Oh no. Are we coming to the end? Alright, I guess it still works. I put the top back on. I think we're in business. God dang. Alright, 9.5. Thanks for submitting, my bro. Next. Alright, this is the next setup we're looking at in the trophy room. This is the trophy drum kit, my boy. Got the fade on this drum set. What is that kit with the lugs? Like, you know how on the Yamaha Recording Custom, that where the lugs go the entire length of the drum? Does every company make one of those or what? Because I always thought like that was an identifiable thing for a Recording Custom in my mind. Then I started seeing like Pearls and Tamas. I feel like every drum company has their version of the long lug. Anyways, that's what we got here. 2 up, 2 down. China with no felt on it. Nothing's boomed to hell. He could have easily boomed that China for no reason, but he didn't have to. So brother was like, I don't have to boom it, my boy, so I'm not going to. I dig that. We got a couple cowbells underneath the hi-hat. I feel like it would look a little better if he angled the floor toms out a little bit, you know? It's just, I don't know. I'm going to nitpick, but that's what we do here. I'm rating a drum kit. I'm giving this a 7, dude. Maybe 7.5. We're in the 7s. It's like an average kit, maybe a slightly above. Super kick on the bass drum. Ain't mad at it. Get rid of them bamboo sticks, my boy. We playing drums out here. I ain't playing a cajon on this John. Okay? I'm just kidding. No, they got their place. You can't be loud sometimes. I feel you. 7.5. Thanks for submitting. Next. This is the next setup we're looking at from Chris the drummer, coming through with some Mino Darks. We got a rack on this setup. This is an older PDP kit. This is the Aaron Paulson drum kit. See, now what's happening here is the foot of that rack is right in between the hi-hat and the bass drum pedal. So now we got a space between those pedals. Is that a huge deal? No. Do a lot of guys do that? Yeah. Do I do that? Hell no, brother. I can't even look at that. That would literally piss me off. Now my hi-hat is 3 extra inches away from the snare. Like, we're just getting further. Look how far away the floor tom is from the bass drum. You know, that's another thing. Like, this is pretty, it's set up decent. It could be a lot worse, but I do want to see it tighter, okay? I want to see everything closer. I like that we have a rack that allows you to get those toms pretty much wherever, floating over that bass drum. I mean, visually, the way I'm looking at it, it's like a 5.5 or a 6, dude. I hate to give you a lower rating like that, but it's just, it's too spacey for my liking, and it's too, like, floppy. It's like, brother, it's like my drunk uncle trying to walk down the stairs and he skipped a step, or it's like his shoe was untied and he stepped on it and he's just like, he's a little sloppy, walking around like tripping and shit. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. So I'm just like, 5.5. I want that hi-hat right next to the bass drum pedal, and I want the floor tom up. That's going to force me to move the ride back because it would be over it, blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? So make some adjustments. This could look really good, but thanks for submitting, Chris the drummer. I appreciate it. Drop a comment. Let me know if I got that rating right. Next. All right, see, we got another drum kit with those long lugs. Pretty sweet. I do like the look of that. It looks good. I love the finish on this drum kit. That looks absolutely beautiful, my bro. Pedal placement on the floor looks pretty good. See how the hi-hat and the bass drum pedal are angled a little bit, but they're not doing a 90. We're not Danny DeVito in this drum kit. I don't see no penguins, brother. We're not in the Arctic. Okay? Ride cymbal is a little bit to the side. Looks good. We got a stacker back there. We got a little stack in the front. Same height as the ride cymbal, it looks like, and then a crash above it. I don't love the cymbals. I like the drum placements a lot more than the cymbal placements. But overall, as a full drum kit, it's decent. It's a little bit above average. I'm going 7.5. That's what I think. That's what I see when I look at it. It's scratching some itches in there. It definitely is. Like the snare and hi-hat, bass drum, perfect. All right, satisfying. Floor toms, they're satisfying. I think it's just the cymbal placement. It's the only thing that's keeping it down. You know what? It's higher than a 7.5 though. Damn, this is where some of these get hard to rate. Like, do I want to say 8? It's about an 8. It's a 7.9, final answer. Ramone Mazzotti, my Italian brother. Next. All right, we got another drum kit with those lugs that go the full length of the drum. Man, that is interesting. I don't know why. I always thought that was a high-end, like $10,000 Yamaha drum kit thing. But apparently they're doing that all over the place. What kind of drum kit is this? Is it a Tama? I don't know. I think we got die-cast hoops here. Hi-hat is prioritized. They connected it to the bass drum, and it's right next to that pedal. How hard is it, brother? How hard is that? You know what I'm saying? I like that. I love to see that. I like how those splash cymbals are doing. We're going up the stairs, right? We got layers on this kit. Ride cymbals in a good spot. Perhaps I'd want to higher it a little bit. We got a 14-inch floor tom sounding like a little doink. I ain't mad at it. This is clean. This room looking like we're in the back room of a venue, like behind the green room. It's like that spare room where he's got like the house kit. We got Frosted Flakes on you, John. Tony the Tiger in you, John. I dig this kit, but I don't love it. Not gonna lie. It's not like really, it's not blowing me away, but I don't hate it. I think it's an average kind of drum set. So I'm gonna give you a 7. That's what I think, my boy. What do you guys think? I like how the drum heads are clean. I like how you got the hi-hat prioritized. We got 2 bass drums. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really like, everything is kind of close and tight, but there's a little spaciness. It could be the angle of the photo. I'm not really sure. But we got Tony the Tiger on this, John. That ride says impression. No idea what it is. It looks cool. It looks like it sounds good. Some Turkish symbols in this, John. Thanks for submitting. 7. Next. All right, we're in the old garage kit. We got a truck. We got a couple trucks in this garage. We got a grill. We're cooking. We're cooking dogs and beats, my fucking boy. All right, got some EC2s. Drum heads are beat to hell. But that's how you actually set up the drums right there. When you got 1 up, 1 down, ride cymbal right there. Don't love that crash in the front though. I get it. I get ergonomically like having it placed there. But visually, I don't love it. Splash cymbal also is a bit high. That's nitpicky though. What do we got? 2 hi-hats? Or that? Oh, that's just a little stacker boy. Axis pedals. This brother here is probably flying around those double bass pedals, right? Because aren't those things designed to play like really fast? Sabian SBR. We got a Meinl Dark China. Meinl crash there. I think that Sabian AAX is like the nicest cymbal we're working with here, which doesn't really matter. I'm just saying. Anyways. Setup wise, man, this is another kind of middle of the road kit. Like if you took away the cymbals, I really like the way the drums look. Hi-hat and snare, perfect. Dare I say another 7? There's been a lot of 7s today. I feel like every drum kit's been the same rating. But that's what it is. What do you guys think? I feel like if brother put on fresh heads, it would be like a 7.5. If you took away that crash in the front and that splash cymbal, it would be an 8, like 0.5. What's in the garage here to the left behind the grill? I don't know if that's just like another truck. Is it a big rig in this, John, brother? Is that a boat? I don't know. Brother's got some toys. I love it. I want to come hang out, my boy. What are we going fishing? What are we doing? Your fucking drum kit's a 7, brother. Don't hate me. I don't think that's a bad rating, though. Next. Thanks for submitting, Paul. Right when I thought maybe it's like, okay, this next one's got to be like a 10, because every so often you get that really, really good one. And then I open this brother's drum kit. We're going backwards, my boy. That's what I do when I look at this drum kit. That's what I want to do. All right, now that I got that out of my system, let's look at this drum kit because I'm not going to lie to you. It's not looking too hot. Man, it actually doesn't look that bad. Like it's, oh wow, this is funny because when I first looked at it, I thought it was like atrocious, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait, it's not that bad. It's really not. I just don't like it. Where do I start? What do I say? What's going on underneath the very left side crash? What is all that metal? That I see a triangle. Is that an actual triangle? Are we playing the triangle on this kit? Dang, I see the shadow above the hi-hat, so now I see it's like hanging above the hi-hat. I thought it was like on the floor. I don't know. You know how pictures are just like funky? You know what? It's better than the very first one we looked at with all the toms angled down and the hi-hat way in the back. It's definitely better than that. And what did I give that one? A 5, I think? 5.5, dude. It don't look that great. It's not horrible, but it's not. Maybe that's too low of a rating. Fix the angle of some of them cymbals. Move that snare drum up. Get a real snare drum. I see one on the shelf there. I think. Is that a 14? Slap a 14 on that, John. Just under the 6 mark, my boy. Thanks for submitting. Next. All right, this is the last drum kit we're looking at today, and this one is saving the end better half of this episode as of late. This is looking good. I like the way the pedals look on the floor. They look perfect. The drums look perfect. We got a little rototom underneath that ride. I like the cymbal placements here. I don't love the way the boom stand looks, but I understand it's necessary here because you got that tom mounted on that stand, so you want to get it away. Totally necessary, totally get it. They just look funky to me sometimes. But I'm not docking it here because you got this set up really damn good. I mean, I can see you're playing a gate. Where are we playing, brother? We got a glockenspiel underneath the fucking rototom. I mean, what? What can I say, my boy? I'm giving you a 9. It's almost doing it for me. It's almost completing my drum, my inner, my, what do I want to see? It's sexy. We got flanking floor toms. Is that the same size drum? I don't know. That's interesting. Is that a 12 and 2 16s? I want to say that one to the left is probably a 14. Yeah, it's a beautiful drum kit. That's a 9. That's what I'm going to say. Fun drum kit. Thanks for submitting. Thank you, everyone, for submitting your drum kits. If you guys want me to rate your drum kit, send it to my email in the description. If you didn't like the rating I gave you, I'm real sorry, brothers and sisters. I love you. Okay, it's just for fun. I hope you guys are a good sport on it. But send another pic if you want. I'll look at it again. Either way, I appreciate the support very much. Drop a comment if you like this. Drop a comment if I got any of these wrong. I want to know your opinion, and I'll be back soon. I appreciate the support. Love you guys. See ya. Peace.